Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter or A4 to accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guide full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day when you're actually working through your exam paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it all there. If you can give me a like, that would be fab, and please do subscribe and share what's going on with these videos. And now we're going to crack on with the paper C from 2018 grade 2 paper. So if you turn with me to page 12, we'll carry on with question 3. Let's just find that. There we go. So I hope you had a go of these on your own. First of all, it doesn't matter if you've gone wrong, you can just rub them out. Always work in pencil. So I'm hoping you've had a crack at this and we'll look at these together now. So question 3 is just naming some notes to begin with. So be careful what clef you're in. We're in the treble clef, and also be careful to remember your key signature. They've even helpfully reminded you here to include the flat sign where necessary. So we have a key signature of B flats, E flats and A flats, so just remember where they are active. Now if you're a bit unsure of your clef, it depends what instrument you play. If you remember that the lines in the treble clef are E, G, B, D, F, remember that any way you like. Every good boy deserves football, every green bus drives fast, or whatever works for you. And the spaces spell face, F-A-C-E. And if you're not sure, they've even given you a note to start with, so you can just always work it out from this point. So you could think B, C, D, E, counting line, space, or you can think F-A-C-E. And of course, it's E flat because of the key signature, and just take it from there. So the spaces spell face, F-A, and of course it's A flat because of your key signature. Now here, we're going to have to just work this out a bit. We know the bottom line is E, and so one below E is D. And we've got to count backwards again so that we know that the bottom line is E, D, C. That's our middle C line, and so one below that is B flat because of the key signature, of course. If you're not sure about that, you can double check that and count up an octave. Don't forget to count the given note as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which takes us to here. Every good boy, so we know that's a B, but an octave lower. So there's our middle C that we just covered, E, D, C. Now we're going to have to go lower again. So we know this is C, B, A, G, counting backwards. Alternatively, count up your octave, counting all the steps, the lines and the spaces, starting with the given note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 takes us to here. Every good, that's G, but an octave lower. So you can come at it from a number of angles, really. Let's carry on. So we know that the spaces spell face, so that's F. We know that it's every good boy, so E, and then of course it's E flat because of the key signature. So there we go. Let's look at the next part. So we're asked how many semiquavers or 16th notes is the last note of this melody worth. So let's just diagram this out. We know that that's a minim, which splits into 2 crotchets, 2 quarter notes, a half to quarter notes, which splits again into quavers or 8th notes. So now we've got 4 quavers, 4 8th notes, and if we split again, that will give us our semiquavers or 16th notes. 2, 4, 6, 8 now. So just diagram that out. Alternatively, you could work out your maths, and you know that these are quarter of a beat, and so there are 8 quarters in 2. There we go, that's that one done. Let's press on to the next question. So we have a bit of beaming to do. We have to group these appropriately, and the way we do this is you've always got to reflect this unit beat here. So we're counting in 3 crotchets, 3/4 notes per bar, and so we need to show where each new crotchet beat, each new quarter note beat start. So what I'm going to do first of all is just get the note heads in place, just get the blobs in the right place. A very technical term there. Just because I've got enough to be thinking about once I'm trying to get the question correct and group these correctly. So I don't want to be thinking of too many things at once. So I'm just going to, and I'm keeping everything nicely aligned with there so I don't get lost as best as I can. And I know I'm not going to run out of space in a bar either. So before we do the actual writing, let's just do the thinking. So we have 1 beat here. Now this is 3 in the time of 2. 2 quavers, 2 eighth notes is 1 crotchet beat, so we can beam all of those together. And then we have 2 quavers again, and we can beam those together. So they will group separately, so we can see there's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's beat 3. We're showing clearly where each new crotchet beat falls. We have 2 beats here, and then 4 semiquavers, 4 16th notes gives us a crotchet beat, a quarter note. So they will all be beamed together. So here we have a half a beat and 2 quarters. That gives us 1 beat. So there's our first crotchet beat, our first quarter note. And then here's beat 2 in 2 halves, so they will be beamed together. And then of course these stay as they are, they don't need changing. So that's the thinking done. So now all I've got to do is join these together instead of giving them their individual stems. Let's put a triplet sign there. So these will go together. By all means use a ruler. So these are all going to go together. I think I'll take my own advice here. So these will all be beamed together. So 4 quarters makes a whole beat. Now we have a half and 2 quarters. So there's another, there's beat 1. Here's beat 2, beat 3, 1, 2, 3. And we can see straight away, now these are beamed correctly, how much easier that is for the performer. Beat 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we know that that's correctly beamed. So there we go. Let's press on to the next question. So we're asked to name the key of each of these tonic triads. So we need to be thinking, is it going to be major or minor? We have no key signature, so that's not going to help us. So we need to be careful which accidentals are in place or actually are missing. The first job is though to find out the tonic note. So the tonic triad will have the tonic or the key note at the bottom. So we know that this is a triad of D something, every good boy deserves. So it's D something. Now D major has a key signature of F sharps and C sharps. D minor would not have an F sharp because it's related to F major, which has B flats, no F sharps. So we know this is D major because of the F sharp, which would be part of that key signature. Now here, our tonic note, we know that the bass clef, the bottom line is G, good boys deserve football always, that's G, one below that is F. So we know that it's the triad of F something. F major has a key signature of B flats. F minor would have far more flats than that. It's got more flats. F major is just F, A, C. B flat doesn't come into that at all, and so we know that's F major. There's no need for the B flat to be there. It would be a key signature of B flats, but there's no B to flatten, so there's no need for that to be shown as an accidental. So now this next one, good boys deserve, we know that it's D something. We've already thought about this and we know that D major has an F sharp. D minor has no F sharps, it's got B flats instead. So this must be D minor now because that F sharp is not present. So here we go. So we're in the treble clef now. Our tonic is E, F-A-C-E, so we know that it's E something. Now E major would have a key signature of F, C, G, D. There's no G sharp there. E minor is related to G major, which just has a key signature of F sharps. And because we've only got E, G, B, there's no F to sharpen, and so that key signature, which would be F sharps, doesn't need to be reflected as an accidental. It's just E minor, because E minor would not have any sharps showing here. So now we have a key note. We're in the bass clef. We have a key note of B flats. Good boys, B flats. And B flat major has a key signature of B flats and E flats. Here we have B flat, D, F. There is no E to flatten, so we don't need that second. That's B flat major. So you just need a secure knowledge of your major and minor key signatures for grade 2, and then you can work it out through a process of elimination of what is or isn't there will tell you major or minor. There we go then, that's the end of that question. I do hope this is helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that would be really super. Please do subscribe to keep updated and share these videos out, that would be fab. Please also do visit sharonbill.com and have a browse around all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.